Welcome, DeFi bulls and bears and DeFi llamas. People who don't want DeFi to go up or down, people who want DeFi to stay sideways are llamas. Altcoin Daily uses this term, llama market. When the market is neither bullish nor bearish, trying to head sideways, that's your llama markets. That's just simply, it's just fun term to use. Okay, I'll simply head on to the DeFi perpetual contracts here, as this right here is the basic trend decider as to where the entire DeFi space is headed, in terms of the price action for various DeFi coins. Because this is like this trading instrument is in FTX. This is the entire index of most of the important key DeFi coins in the market. And when if you want to be long the DeFi perpetual contract, that means you're generally bullish. That means you're generally buying up a basket of DeFi coins and maintaining a position in the market by holding your DeFi perpetual long positions. This is certainly one of the great trend identifiers in terms of DeFi. As you can notice that we really reversed our gears on the 21 simple moving average right around November 8th, I would say. And ever since, the DeFi market has been trending to the upside. Now this would have been your key indicator to save yourself from a lot of jobs happening all across the DeFi coins, like Uniswap, like SushiSwap, like Synthetics, Chainlink, so many other things. So this is basic trend identifier, the trend how do I say, the trend defying instrument in our crypto space for DeFi. Let me just head on to a little small. Now this is the macro picture in logarithmic values, and this is the 3-day time frame. There's not much to analyze. The trend is to the upside. Relative strength is maintaining above 60. Stochastics are crossed to the upside again, snaking around these zones. And generally, when the stochastics are snaking in these zones above the 80 regions, well, actually, to be honest, I consider anything above 70 as a bullish stochastic momentum. And you could be snaking around here, but the price action could be like, because these are your potential buy trigger zones. I mean, the potential bullish buy zones. So do not think of these indicators as like, oh man, the stochastic is just way too extended on these levels, it's going to go down, it's going to go to zero. No, as far as the stochastics are going to be staying above 80 at least, this means immediate trend continuation to the upside. And the RSI strength, RSI signature also here is looking pretty nice. In fact, we could have potential bearish divergence, but that could be visible in a little lower time frames. Let me just simply go back to the daily, and okay, what do we see here? Yeah, certainly a regression going on in the relative strength index, which is wanting to break to the upside. It looks to be like this regression trend here. Yes, today's daily is going to be kind of significant because you're actually breaking this regression trend, and whenever you break the regression trends, just look at this. You head up, and like this regression, you head up. RSI regressions are important, man. I mean, they're going to be above the price action itself. I mean, it's just well, it's how it works. Regression trend, break to the upside, continuation move, and we're currently hovering around these. So pretty interesting to watch DeFi perpetual contracts, as this is going to define how the DeFi market is going to be performing in the coming days. The 21 simple moving average, of course, the trend bearer, is doing quite good. Turn to the upside, slope to the upside, and the 200 simple moving average is also slope to the. Now we don't have much history on DeFi perpetual contracts, but as much as we have here on the daily, it's sloping to the upside. So the bias is going to be bullish if you want to be trading this. And we just simply go back to the 12-hour time frame. So it looks to me like the 21 simple moving average is holding quite nicely on the 12-hour time frame as well, and the regression is pretty much more sneaky in the 12-hour time frame, and more well defined as well. Could be looking at a potential crossover and a potential breakout from this regression in this current 12-hour closure, which is going to be really interesting to look at. It's going to be happening pretty soon. And well, by the time this video is up, actually the prices would have resolved themselves to the upside or the downside. but it will be pretty interesting to keep an eye on DeFi-PERP, as if this DeFi perpetual contract trends higher, your DeFi coins are going to do good. Your Uniswap holdings, your Sushi Swap holdings, your Synthetics holdings, everything's going to do good if this trend is being maintained to the upside. Now on the stochastic momentum indicators, of course, not much can be derived from here. Well, I would suggest that you take a look at stochastic momentum indicators on the higher time frames, like the 3-day, or well, even the daily as well. But the higher the time frame, the more the significance. That's it. That's what I'll conclude with. Also, you can see the 12-hour 21 simple moving average, certainly the trend control line, and our confirmation stays on the daily, right? You break below this, you certainly start running to the downside. You break below this, you get re-accumulated, but stay there for some time and then just attempt your move to the upside. So this certainly is a significant 21 simple moving average is generally a good trend identifier, even in the short-term time frames. Simply not more than 4-hour time frames and see how the squeeze is doing on these levels. How is the price squeezing here? Are we formulating a triangle? This maybe? No, quite not. I just simply take this grind line, which is happening on the highs here, and so far so good. The 4-hour is maintaining these levels around 5,800 to 6,000 USD per DeFi contract. But the strength index on the 4-hour time frame is signaling bearish divergence. Well, I think that we already played out this bearish divergence move. This was around at least 10%, if I'm not wrong. 14% move. Yeah, I think the bearish divergence move for a trending behavior has already happened, and this one got bought back up on these zones on the previous breakout here. So if we are maintaining, if you're going to be maintaining 5,600 levels on the DeFi perpetual contracts, means the general DeFi market is going to be bullish, right? The general DeFi market is going to be trending up if you're maintaining 5,600 levels. So that's why DeFi-PERP is one of the key instruments if you are actually long DeFi. And here are your key levels of significance on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see if they resonate into something important on the higher time frames as well. Let's check out the 12-hour time frame. Yeah, certainly could argue that this was one of the key significant area. This is one of the significant area, and this is also one of the significant areas. A lot of buying interest happening in the zone actually. Well, but this is like quite 50%. To visit these levels back again, I think that something really catastrophic has to happen across the DeFi market. Maybe Ethereum crashing, maybe Ethereum failing, the Ethereum blockchain getting hacked by some quantum computer. So far so good. So far the trend is certainly extremely bullish, extremely strengthful as well. Most of the candles which are trying to close below the 21 moving average are getting brought back up. Just look at this buying coming from the 21 moving average of the 12-hour time frame. Just signifies some strength all across the DeFi space. So general bias bullish. You can certainly stay long in your altcoin positions if they are in the DeFi, and I think it's pretty much I think that's pretty much it for DeFi. I think we should never overcomplicate our analysis in terms of technical perspective, because you could suffer from TMI. Like I would say, TMI means too much information. You do not want to have too much information if you're going to trade these markets. Less information is harmful. Too much information is harmful as well. So keeping things really simple, we have our levels defined for the DeFi perpetual contract, and as far as these levels are being maintained, most of the DeFi coins are going to do good. Compound, Aave, Link, most of them are going to do really good. And for the time being, for the short term, this is the key significance region. I would say the 5,500 to 5,600 zone. If just keep an eye on these levels. Keep an eye on these levels on the DeFi perpetual contract. If we are finally closing a few dailies below the 5,500 level, that means short-term consolidation to downside moves coming up on your favorite DeFi coins. Keep an eye on this. If you want to support the channel, you can head on to the link in the description below. That's for FTX exchange, where you can find this particular instrument, the DeFi perpetual future. FTX is a pretty decent exchange. In fact, most innovative exchange, I would say, all across the space. Certainly the industry standard, and they're doing pretty good as an exchange as a whole. Certainly coming up with various different instruments like volatility contracts, like weekly expiration contracts, and tons of futures, and doing huge volumes every single day. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not a sponsor, but anyway, this channel is small. It's not big enough to sponsor anything, right? It's you guys who are going to take this community to the upside, just like how the DeFi is going, right, to the upside. So let's see if we can take this channel to the upside or not, because here on this channel we are not going to be moon boys or doom boys. We're not going to make thumbnails like, no, this is straight up technical analysis. This is straight up facts, keeping things really simple, no FOMO, and just facts in front of you. Stay away from FOMO, man. It's a disease as a trader. Just got to control your emotions, and it's alright if you've missed out on so many things. Markets will always run. Markets will. If I'm certain about one thing, that's probably going to be markets never going away. It can be crypto market, can be equity market, can be commodity markets, but markets never go away. It's you. It is you who needs to take care of certain facts, and who really needs to have a good hold on yourself, and you have to cut off all that FOMO and be a good trader, man. Just stop chasing trends, basically, and start analyzing things. Start looking at things factually and play your moves, and market's going to reward you if you do things right, and if you're patient enough. In fact, well, I think the DeFi perpetual contract on FTX is a key indicator for most of the DeFi market as to how the entire market is going to perform in the coming days and the weeks. For the time being, the 3-day is bullish. The 2-day time frame is most likely bullish. Well, we did have a spinning top right here. Could mean further consolidation or some liquidity tested out these levels. But we already had the test, and if we are closing this candle in the next 12 hours or above, anywhere above 6200, 6400, then probably we are looking at good trend continuation momentum to the upside. For the time being, I have a spinning top, and then if you are going to be closing this candle in red somewhere below 6000, that could mean certain consolidation phase for the DeFi and most of your coins, to be honest. And don't get chopped out. I repeat these things again and again in the video because I have learned these things the hard way, and I've made this my goal that I'm gonna help you guys out in a way that you don't repeat the same mistakes, man. It's pretty easy to lose money than to make money here in crypto markets, and you got to be taking into account certain things and just cut off from the FOMO mindset and just strictly focus on the facts here. Facts are suggesting that the DeFi market is good, as we are holding above 5500 on the DeFi perpetual contracts. If we break above 63, 6400 on some high time frame closures, then yeah, the DeFi market keeps on trending up to the upside. That makes sense, I think. Anyways, I think that's been it about the DeFi perpetual contract. If you want to be trading this contract on FTX exchange, the link is going to be down below. You can sign up there, and you will have some discount on the fees for trading this particular instrument. And I hope this video was informative. I hope this video was informative enough for you. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.
If we never see tomorrow, babe, if we never make it through today.